Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we are going to add the send email method to this consume order email messages. Now remember that this will consume messages coming from the chat service if a buyer places an order, or rather if a seller sends an offer, and also if a buyer places an order. Now we could just easily call this send email, but if an order is placed by a buyer, okay, so if a buyer places an order and then pays successfully, we want to send two emails. Okay, we want to send two types of emails. The first one would be we send the order placed. Okay, we send to the seller that a buyer has placed an order, and then we send another email to the buyer with the receipt. Okay, so we send to the buyer the receipt, and then we send to the seller the message that the order has been placed. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, we're going to add a lot of information, so I'll just better copy and paste because it's going to take us a lot of time to just get them. Okay, so the first thing is we need to destructure the values we need. So I'll copy and paste them right here. Okay, this is a whole lot of information. Okay, so here, remember from the data we are sending, we have all of these properties, the email locals. Let me see if we have them. Yeah, so some of these properties that you have here, that is what you are seeing displayed here. Like we have the receiver email, username, template, sender, and these other properties. Okay, so we get them from this content. Then the next thing I want to do is to set up the locals. I'm going to paste that one as well. Okay, so to construct the locals right here. So constructing the locals is just using the same values that we have right here, then setting them. We have the app link, we have the app icon, okay, and then every other local property. These properties are what will be displayed in the templates, okay, in the email template. Those are what just the locals are. Okay, so we first send them as stringified properties, and then here we pass them back to their original format, and then we destructure. Okay, we get them from message content, and then we construct our locals. Okay, so you can just go ahead and you can go ahead right first. You can go ahead and copy all of this. Okay, or you can get them from the GitHub project, okay, if you don't want to copy all this. And then the next thing we want to do is I will use a command. Okay, I'll say if templates is equal to order placed. Okay, if we go back to our templates, we can see we have the order placed template. Okay, you can see it right here. So if the template is equal to order placed, then what I want to do is await send email. I want to first send an email to the seller. So the template name will be order placed. So telling the seller that a buyer has placed an order. Okay, and then receiver name, I think so, and then locals, and then we send another message, order receipt. Yeah, so this one right here, order receipt. Okay, so one we go to the buyer, one we go to the seller. Okay, and then else, if it's any other templates, we just send the email. Okay, the reason why I did this is I don't want to always send these two emails if the template is the order placed. Okay, so if the template is order placed, I send these two emails, but if it's another type of template, then it's going to use this, it's going to send this right here. For this, I'll change this to templates. Okay, right here, and that is just all we need. Okay, so we have our locals constructed already, and then here, if the template is order placed, we send these two emails. Else, if it's anything other than order placed, maybe if it's order delivered or order extension, okay, or reset password will be, I think, will be handled here. Reset password will be handled here. But if it's offer or order, then it's going to send this email right here. Okay, so this is what we just need in order for us to send an email to the buyer or the seller. Now for this, I'm not going to test, or if you want to test this out, just go to your server file. Okay, right here, use what you need to use. Okay, so you just check the properties. Okay, you need a receiver name, you need a username, you need a template name. You just pass all of them into this message details, and then you're not using this Jobber email notification. Instead, you're going to use the order email. Okay, so the Jobber order notification exchange. So just go ahead, fill up all of these properties. You can use what you have here to be able to understand what you need to send. Okay, I will not just send all of those information. So right here, I can remove this because I don't need them again. Okay, so we now have the two emails, or the two consumer methods to consume email messages. So we consume the notification service, we consume emails from, or messages from the auth service, we consume from the order service, and then we also consume from the chat service. Like I already said, I did not create a separate method to consume from chat messages, because the message that will be sent from the chat service will just be when a user sends an offer. Okay, so when it sends an offer, we are going to use this same exchange, routing key, and queue name. Okay, if you want on your own, you can decide, okay, maybe I want to create a separate method to handle the offer email. Okay, you can do that, it's still possible. Okay, but for this, I will just create only these two methods.